into the world where fashion meets the art, a journey that sparks minds. Each lesson plays a part.
So now, you probably can guess by now that the greatest thing that I brought into my classroom was not from a textbook. It was from real world experience. I have corporate stories I could tell. I have retail stories I could tell. I have just life experience things that I could tell them that really helped open their minds and get the wheels spinning for them and thinking about things outside of their environment. I have so many students who never left the part of town that they live in. It's just really interesting um, to get on a bus and go somewhere. And the students are like, wow, I've never left the city. If we're just going to another city for, say, DECA competition or what have you. And then let us get on a plane and go to uh, state or nationals. And you have kids whose eyes are opened and like, whoa, I've never done this before. I've never been here before. Anyway, so those are the things that you can't even get out of a textbook is opening their eyes to various things, taking them to on field trips to corporate environments, to the market center in Dallas, to various places that they've passed by. They're like, oh, I've passed by this building before, and I never knew what was in it. Now you know. We get to go in here and see all of these wholesale stores and talk to the people on how that process works when market is open. You know, it's those things that you're bringing to their environment and helping them move beyond the realm in which they've been contained in, you know? Now, one of the things that I didn't think I would have to focus on as a teacher um, is to help students understand how it mattered how they engage with one another because they need to understand that outside of these walls of school and when you get out into the real world, you are going to have to know how to engage with people on various levels and people that you never thought you would talk to, whether it be race related or title related or class related, you know, like classism. Um, so I had to help them understand that they needed to not be so separate because we had, and just to be very blank, point blank, my school environment was over 70% Hispanic. And then, you know, 20 something percent African American. And then like 3% other races. So my classroom was predominantly Hispanic, and then you had a good number of African American students. And there was division in the classroom, and I had to talk to my students and say, "Look, no, there doesn't need to be this division because you're going to rely on each other when you get out of this environment. You're going to be needing to connect with one another when you're out in the workplace." So those are some of the things I had to bring into the classroom and help them learn how you're going to have to engage in with others and learn to work cooperatively and collaborate. Other things I brought into the classroom was helping them learn how to manage themselves as well as when they're in groups and they're having to work together in partnerships. So helping them work through the dynamics of those things are some of the things that I was able to bring from the work environment, the industry into the classroom. So now what I challenge you to do is so think of one corporate or business story that you can tell your students that will help them connect with a project or an activity that they're working on. So the lesson learned here is that students need to know that what they're learning applies to real life. So name one thing that you brought into the classroom from the business world. And then join me again tomorrow for the next fashion marketing feature tip.